Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Kydries Burks podcast. Today we have three very special guests, the first female guests on the podcast. We have Izzy right to my left, we have Lily next to her, and then Clara at the end there. So I'm excited for this today. Just to start out, I'll allow you guys to introduce yourself. Just tell the viewer who you are, where you're from, and kind of what you do now. Yeah, we'll have Izzy start.
Hi, so my name is Izzy. I'm from Jenkintown, Pennsylvania. And yeah, I went to a really small high school. I graduated with Lily over here and Jeffrey. Jeffrey from the last episode. He's a great guy. Yeah, I go to Penn State. I'm a junior. I'm majoring in psychology and I'm minoring in human resources. And yeah.
Perfect. And Lily?
My name is Lily, and I also went to Jenkintown. I'm a senior graduating this year, also a psychology major. And
Hi, I'm Clara. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I'm majoring in kinesiology. Sorry. I'm majoring in kinesiology, and I'm minoring in nutrition, and I want to be an athletic trainer.
Well, sweet. Welcome to the podcast, everybody. And this weekend today we're shooting this on Friday night. This weekend is like a big weekend for Penn State as it is Thon weekend. I mean, I've never been really involved in Thon, but if you don't know what Thon is, it is a 3-day long kind of dance marathon raising money for child cancer awareness. And it's the biggest student run philanthropy kind of thing like in the world, I think. So I mean, I personally never got in with a club or anything to be a part of Thon. I honestly am surprised that you three aren't a part of Thon at all.
Usually I do the athletic training room. That's where our other roommate is right now.
Gotcha.
But I decided not to do this. But we spend most of our time in the athletic training room, like icing, taping, all that kind of stuff.
Gotcha. So like that's during
Like during the 46 hours, we're there the whole time. We're not allowed to sit because like we're supposed to be compassionate to the dancers.
right.
So we have to stand the whole time. We bring snacks. Like I'm supposed to go drop off some food tomorrow morning. Like we get in there.
That'll be interesting. Yeah, I've never even been inside.
It's
whole
exciting.
Thon
We've
thing.
sat down during like the final four. It's so emotional. Everyone's crying. It's so emotional.
What's like so funny to me is in my first 2 years, I was like in the golf program, and through them, they have their own Thon family or whatever. I met the Thon family. I went to like all the events, didn't go to Thon, and I felt I gotta like I felt like an asshole for it. But then again, it's like like I raised money for it. That's doing my part. I think that is doing my part. But yeah, so I just kind of wanted to shed light on that. But why haven't you two been a part of Thon this year?
so I was a part of a club my freshman year, but then photo. But then I didn't go to Thon, and I didn't raise any money, and I didn't do anything. So
Yeah, there's just
dropped
no
out
point.
of it. Yeah, I didn't. I don't know. I'm not really a part of any club, so that's why I'm not a part of Thon.
I feel that I'm not a part of any sort of club at this point.
Yeah, I'm a part of like 3 clubs and I've been since freshman year, but none of them are like associate with Thon.
Really, which 3
Yeah.
clubs are is
I'm
this?
in SHRM.
What's that?
It's Society for Human Resource Management. And then I'm also in You Belong, which is like it's a part of Psychi. So yeah. And
Gotcha.
then
Makes sense.
I'm also a part of the Jewish Women's Club.
I did not know you were Jewish.
Yeah.
I did not know.
I am Jewish.
That's
So yeah, I'm a part of that club. It's called REI.
Is there like a big Jewish population in Jenkintown? I just want to like I'm just curious.
No, not really.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
I would
but yeah.
have never guessed that. day in
Yeah,
my
my
life.
last name.
Cats. Oh, like
KATZ, yeah.
that's so funny. We
Yeah.
have a cat's deli,
Yeah.
and deli
Yeah, they're
food
Jewish
is
delis, yep.
a
Yeah.
traditionally
Yeah.
Jewish. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It does make a lot of
Very
sense.
exciting.
Well,
But yeah, it sucks. I wish that I
it
was a part of
sucks.
Thon. No. I'm saying
Okay,
no,
all
no, no,
right.
no, no, no,
I
no,
thought you were
no.
talking
I
about being
love
Jewish.
being
Sucks.
Jewish. No, I love being Jewish. I'm saying the Thon part. I wish I was a part of it,
Makes
but
sense.
you know.
Hello, hello.
Claire, my roommate, our roommate, was currently just got back from Thon.
Doing the
Yeah.
work in the
Yep.
athletic
Yep,
training
she's in
room.
the athletic
Right.
training room.
Right. That sounds like so
Putting
much
her
fun.
time in.
You can eat. You're
Doing
Kanice
the
too, right?
thing. Yeah.
Makes
Claire's
sense.
the best.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Oh no, you're
Yes,
not gonna.
of course.
Yeah, yeah.
No, you
You'll be
can't.
fine.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
yeah,
you're
all good.
Yeah. But yeah.
She's dead in the back there, walking around. But no, you're fine. No, you're okay. She's gonna see it pop up or whatever. Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, I did not know that you were Jewish. So like none of those clubs are a part of Thon at all.
No.
That's crazy. I feel like every single club that I've heard of has like a Thon subsection. Well, to each their own. Lily, one thing I did wonder, I didn't know that you were a psych major.
Yes, I'm a psych major.
And do you become like a therapist?
Yeah, so after I graduate, I'm going to get my. I'm going to go to a school for my master's, hopefully if I get in anywhere.
Right.
And then I'll be able to become a therapist after that.
If you have a Penn State degree, I feel like that opens up a good amount of doors.
Yeah,
to
so I
get into a
applied.
good master's program.
Yeah, so I applied to all my schools. I'm just waiting to hear back, but
Wait, what? You applied to master's programs already?
yeah, like I'm a
Oh,
senior.
you're-
I'm graduating this semester.
Oh, I thought that you were a junior. I thought you were in our class.
Well, I am. I'm graduating in 3 years instead of 4, and then getting my master's.
Makes sense.
And then I would like to do, I don't know, I think I want to be like a relationship therapist or like a kids therapist. I don't know.
That'd be interesting. Relationship therapy.
Yeah, like marriage counseling. That seems so fun.
When I first went into school, I was going to be a psych major, and I mean, I've had a psychologist since 9th grade, I think. So I find psychology to be like super interesting.
Yeah.
And whenever I get to meet somebody that wants to become a psychologist, I think that that's pretty cool. What made you like want to get into that?
I wanted to go into like a health profession, but like I didn't want to go to like medical school. I didn't want to do any like, I can't do like needles or blood or anything like that. So I feel like mental health was kind of like the closest to that. I want to do something where I'm like helping people hands on. And then I've never took like a psych class before getting to college.
Really?
Yeah, no. So like
In high school, that wasn't a like requisite to graduate?
no, at Jenkintown it was an elective, and I never took it. So I kind of just like majored in it, hoping I was gonna like it, and I did. So I got lucky, I guess. But I really like my psychology classes, and like I like learning about mental health and everything. So it worked out for me.
That's interesting. Yeah, I took 2 years of high school. I mean, 2 years of psych in high school, and that's kind of what like opened my eyes to like the theory and just learning more about how like the brain works.
Yeah.
I think that that's very interesting, and also like, would you want to like focus more on like talk therapy, like in the terms of like minor issues, or like would you want to dig into like deep like traumatic issues or things like that? Like what do you think like your ideal case is? What is your ideal case?
Okay. So I worked the suicide hotline last year as a volunteer.
That's
and
interesting.
that was like Yes, it was crazy.
Just give me, not like your favorite call, because like nobody. I don't expect you to have a favorite suicide hotline call, but like, what was like the craziest call that kind of opened your eyes to like, oh shit, like some of this stuff is like really real.
Um,
Craziest story.
do you guys think of any
While you're
that
thinking
I
about
would
that,
do?
I just want to let everybody know it's grape juice. Shout out to Welch's.
Yeah, no, like there's just like a lot of crazy people that like not. It's just like people who are not in the best state, but like
Yeah.
a lot of people are like angry at me, at the world, or just
They
like
call you and get mad at you for trying to help.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's just like
that's
a lot of
interesting.
people who just like want to rant and then they just get angry and they just yell at you, and it was a great experience. I did about like 300 hours on the line, and then I quit because it was
That's
making me a little
not.
bit sad.
It's not ridiculous.
But that experience made me realize that I don't want to work with,
People that are close to the edge.
how do I say that? Yeah, less traumatic, more
Yeah.
like everyday clients who are looking to
Work
just-
through some like
yes.
issues, minor issues, nothing
Yeah.
like.
the average
Oh,
Joe.
yeah. Gotcha.
Maybe who's having a rough day at work. That
Makes
would be
sense.
a little bit better for me. But yeah, no, it was definitely an interesting experience. If you're looking for some fun,
If you're
Work
looking
the
for an
suicide
interesting
hotline.
job, if you want to have a job where every call is going to be different,
yeah, no.
work for the suicide hotline.
I would just like to say I'm not laughing at Lily. I'm laughing at her roommate who just took a video of us filming this. Don't worry, I'm not laughing at these traumatic
Not-
stories.
Not laughing at the suicide hotline.
I would also like to say not everyone is. A lot of people call in distress, and I'm not making fun of them. I feel for them. It's just it was a lot,
Yeah.
and some
Not
people
everybody can
were
handle that.
crazy. Some people were crazy. Not everyone, but some people had some crazy things to say to me.
Yeah, I think that the average viewer of this can understand that. And
Right.
yeah, that's an interesting job,
Yeah.
without a doubt. But Clara, you said that you're in Kines.
Yeah.
Trying to become a physical therapist.
Athletic trainer.
Athletic trainer. What's your like dream job like in terms of athletic training? Do you want to work with like professional teams? Do you want to work with colleges? Do you want to work with like a high school athletic trainer? Like what's kind of
So for me, I've been told like you want to work with a pro team kind of early on because you're going to travel with the team. You don't want to start a family if you're going to go traveling. So it's kind of like an early on kind of thing, and then you like relax into whatever you're going to do.
Right.
So I know for me, like I love baseball with my whole heart. So I want to work for an MLB team. That's kind of what I did over the summer. I worked with the baseball team.
where at?
And in California, in Pasadena.
Sweet.
Yeah, there's a college level summer league baseball team that I worked with over the summer. And that kind of opened my eyes. I was like, yeah, this is something I would want to do. And it was really interesting. I'm still friends with a lot of the people I worked with. Like it's great.
I bet. Yeah. I mean, baseball is like also one of those sports where there's not a crazy amount of injury, but there is a lot of like recovery work that
Yeah.
athletic trainers do, and also just like preparing for a
Yeah.
game or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I played baseball my entire life, so I can understand from like the pitcher's point of view.
Yeah, no, there's some fun stories I have from the summer. Like one guy got hit in the balls with a ball, and one of the boys was sitting in the dugout. Like, what's she gonna do? Like, rub it out for him? Like, make sure it's okay? And I was
That
like,
is
that's
hilarious.
crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, that is to be expected though by
Yeah.
most
Oh,
people that
most
play
gu-
baseball.
Yeah.
Most guys.
Yeah, no, it's
Period.
like, but it's interesting because like when you get hit in the balls, you kind of just have to walk it off because the athletic trainer can't do
Yeah,
anything
and
for
also
you.
it's like wear a cup.
Yeah, no, the guy who got hit in the balls, he was not wearing a cup. He got hit twice, and he
Ugh.
wasn't wearing a cup. And I was like, that is so stupid of you.
Yeah, I've never gotten hit in the balls by baseball. I didn't wear a cup, but I did get hit in the mouth.
Yeah, no, I've
And-
seen some really bad injuries of getting hit in the face. Like a girl, it was softball.
Okay. Yeah.
and she like got a black eye, and all of this was like filled with blood, and it was crazy. Yeah,
Yeah. Ugh.
yeah.
I've seen some like really odd injuries, but one that I had that was like crazy. My craziest probably injury is I was playing third base, and at our home field it's like super choppy infield. So like you never really know if it's gonna hop up or if it's gonna stay down.
Yeah.
And there was like I don't play third base. I can't see the ball off the bat very well, um, from the hot corner, and I got one hit towards me, and I'm like going at it to just grab it and field the ground ball, and it hopped up and just hit me straight in my mouth. My two front teeth fell out,
Are those
and
not your front teeth?
one second.
Oh.
My two front teeth fell out, and they were held on by I don't even know what, but I pushed them back in immediately. Like immediately,
They don't like squeamish stuff.
I went like this, and I pushed them back in, and then the bottom row of my teeth got all types of chips. Bottom
Yeah.
4 chipped,
Yeah.
and so that after that, like I did that, and I got up, and I was like, "Let's keep playing, whatever." And my coach was like, "No, you got to go to the hospital." So I went to the dentist, and they told me that my two front teeth were both fractured,
Yeah.
and that they were gonna fall out at some time. They didn't know when they were gonna fall out, but they were like, they're just gonna.
Were they baby teeth or were they adult?
No, they're
teeth?
adult teeth.
Oh.
This happened 3 or 4 years ago. Like
Uh-huh.
it's relatively recent, and like they were fractured. They're like, yeah, they're gonna turn gray one day, and they're just gonna fall out, and that scared the shit out of me.
Wait, so are they still? Wait, sorry. You can finish.
That scared the shit out of me. Well, and also because like my entire life, like I used to want to be an orthodontist. I used to want to be a dentist. I like teeth. That's weird to just say, but
You like teeth?
like whenever I meet somebody, the first thing I notice is like their teeth and their smile, because that's like my quality that I think about the most. And so I was like super hurt about this thing. I'm like, damn, my teeth are gonna fall out. This is insane. This is crazy. And so they never did. They never ended up falling out. But then like the summer following that like spring season, I was playing basketball, and then I went up to like we were playing on like a 8-foot hoop, but I went up to like dunk on one of my friends, and then he went up. I caught his elbow on my teeth. They slipped out again,
Wait.
and then I pushed them back
Could
again.
you see the root of your teeth? Or
The
like...
first time they were hanging by the root.
Ooh.
The second time they just slipped out, and they slipped and twisted, so I had to twist it back and then put it back in it. I did it the second time, went back to the dentist, and the dentist was like, listen, guy, I don't know how these things didn't fall out yet. To this day, I still have the same teeth.
Well, I actually have some funny teeth. My two front teeth are fused together.
How did that happen?
So in my family we have something called the Hughes gap on both sides of my family. They have a gap, and my mom's last name was Hughes before she met my dad.
Gotcha.
So like everyone is a Hughes in my family. So
That's
everyone
interesting,
has
yeah.
a gap. Fun fact.
Same spelling and everything?
Yeah, same everything. And
No, absolutely no relation.
no relation.
I just
Well, my mom's black and my dad's white, so we would hope.
All right.
We would
Yeah,
hope
all right.
there's no relation.
Yeah.
But I got Invisalign and my teeth didn't fully close together, so my dentist fused them together, so my teeth cannot separate. And I
So
can't
like
floss
there's
in between my
absolutely no
teeth.
I was gonna say there's
Yeah.
absolutely no flossing in the
No.
front too.
And then I have a tooth back here that's fake because it was a baby tooth without an adult tooth underneath it, and I got a cavity and it fell out. So
That's
I got
tough.
some teeth issues.
Now I think that like I think that you have nice teeth though. Like for the most part.
Okay.
I think like if you take care of everybody has nice teeth to begin with. If you take care of them, then they stay nice. If you don't, then they don't. I think.
Yeah.
Everybody's natural teeth are usually pretty good for the most part, unless you don't take care of them. And like the arrangement of teeth really doesn't matter to me. It's more like cleanliness of teeth that I really.
You gotta make sure you brush your teeth twice a day.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you
even if
brush
you
your teeth twice a day?
I'm not gonna lie. Most of the time, it's only once.
Ew.
Most of the time, it's only once.
You nasty.
Huh? In the morning.
Okay, good. That's at least. Yeah. As long as you're not going to class with stinky breath.
Oh, it was never. No, like, no. The brushing the teeth in the morning is very important.
Oh yeah.
The nighttime, though, like, sometimes I just don't be thinking.
Yeah. Sometimes you just want to go to bed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I like to shower in the morning, too. So, like, if.
Izzy's very big on cleanliness.
2 minutes. Yeah, it does take 2 minutes. Yeah, I mean, when you put it like that, then yeah, it makes more sense. But sometimes, like, it's nice to brush your teeth twice times a day.
I gotta say, Izzy doesn't get in her bed unless she showers. So she's very big on cleanliness.
Weird. I'm very weird about that. I have like OCD with like, but it's like my bed. It's mainly my bed. Like I can't get in my bed unless I shower. There's a thing called outside clothes. I don't know if people know about that, but
No,
yeah.
thanks to Izzy, I've gotten into that. I'll shower at night, and I even told my mom. She came to visit last week, and I was like, "You can't get in my bed unless you have clean clothes on." Thanks to
I'm
See-
not like that.
But like sometimes,
Lily found a cookie in her bed the other day.
I woke up and in the morning and there was a cookie in my bed.
Lily's not clean about her.
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
am very clean, but that was a one-time situation where there was a cookie when I woke up.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll eat in my bed. I mean, my room though. I live in a basement. Like
That's
I
grungy already.
live under rafters. I don't have a like insulation in my room. I don't have a heater in my room.
How
That's
cold
not,
is it in your room at night?
hasn't been over 48 the past like 2 weeks.
No, you're lying.
It's cold as fuck in my room. I'm not gonna sugarcoat the shit. It is cold as a witch's tit in my room, and like
Well-
honestly, I have this space heater. I got 2 space heaters. I got one that blows the air that like is like quick heat, and then I have one that's like an oil filled thing that's like it's like slow low heat. So they both just follow me around the room. So like when I'm sewing, they're right next to my sewing machine and everything, blowing wherever I'm at. When I'm doing the podcast, I take everything to the podcast studio, which it's all in the same room, all in the same room.
Yeah, I was about to say, isn't your podcast studio just that sheet that like covers your room downstairs? 'Cause
Oh
we've
yeah,
been
it's all
downstairs. We've seen your room.
it's all in the same room. You guys haven't seen it since I came back, because since I came back, it's changed completely. I haven't really like taken a picture of it or anything, so I can't really show. But it's I added another like clothing rack because I ran out of space.
And why do you live in the basement?
Uh, so I had a dilemma with my housing. I was supposed to be an RA at like a scholarship house here.
Last year?
I was supposed to be that this year, and no, it's on. Actually, I won't say like It's a golf scholarship house, and so I was offered the position there, and then I accepted it. I was supposed to do it, and then through like the middle of summer, I was given a call saying, "Hey, the RA from last year is staying an extra semester, so we don't need you for the fall semester, but the spring we'll still need you." And so I was like, that just fucked me out of my housing, because at that time, the lease to the house that I live in now had been signed 2 weeks before that. So I'm not on the lease of the house that I live in right now, and so I could either like try to find somewhere else to live or just go back there and live in the basement, in which I just chose to live in the basement. And Jeffrey Staples has given us another call.
Jeffrey. Lily and Izzy grew up with Jeffrey. They know Jeffrey.
Yeah. So actually, no, we hung up. Let's call him back.
Jeffrey Staples.
What's going on, Jeff?
Hi, Jeff.
Yo, can you scoop me?
I didn't drive down here. I did not. No, I didn't even like it. I'm gonna probably Uber back though. Sounds good. Are you about to leave? Are you about to dip now? Makes sense. I'll talk to
I
you.
would
But yeah,
just,
that's
I would
the
just like
whole.
to say, 'cause we're talking about the heater in your basement.
Yeah,
We actually can't adjust the heater in our house.
not at all.
No, our landlord
It's
is mad
nice
at us
though in
about
here.
it. Yeah, there was a big deal about our heater.
Let's hear it.
It was only me and Izzy home. So I was sitting on the couch and our landlord came in and he like adjusted the heaters and like didn't talk to us or anything. And he kind of like left. And I was gonna email him and be like, hey, like, what are you setting the heaters to? Because I think he said to like 68. And we were like, that's too cold. Like, it's getting cold out. Like, no, shut up. And
We have a very big house.
we have a big house. It gets cold.
This
It's
house is
70. It's
big.
72 degrees in here and it's still cold.
68 is
Okay,
perfect.
but listen to the rest of the story.
How?
Listen
Okay.
to the rest of the story. So he leaves, and we were just gonna email him and be like, "Hey, like it's a little cold in here. We were wondering if we could change it." He comes back in like 5 minutes later, and Izzy goes up to him very kindly and says, "What are you setting the heaters to?" He starts yelling at her, like
It was insane. It was literally right there.
and I was sitting on
right
this couch,
in
and
this little
Izzy,
walkway.
yeah,
right
Izzy's over
behind
there,
us.
and he starts yelling, like verbally assaulting her. He claims we
Yeah.
verbally assaulted him.
No,
he was yelling.
he followed me into our living room. Like he's like what? How old is he?
Well, I thought he was
I don't
70.
know,
Apparently, he's like
but
50 something.
yeah, and he basically it was very bizarre. I asked him a simple question. Because he left our house.
Yeah.
So once he left our house and then he just walked back in through
Yeah,
the
he
front
didn't even,
door,
like, knock
he
or
didn't knock,
anything.
he didn't say
He just
anything.
came
Like
in.
I thought that he already did his whatever he was doing in here. So he came back in and I was just like, "Hey, what are you changing it to?" And he absolutely freaked out on me. It was this whole thing.
He like stepped to her. She started
Yeah,
taking
and
video.
then so I
It's on
started
video.
and so I started walking back and he like followed me into the living room. It was so bizarre.
It was so
And
crazy.
then stuff it's all fine now, but it's just he was like never speaking to you guys
Yeah,
again.
he like brought
And
up the
I'm like,
fact that
"You're our
he's had like
landlord. How are you
yeah.
not going to speak to us?"
He like said we were the
Like
worst tenants in his 25 years of being a landlord. I'm like,
Yeah,
we haven't
but
done
so
anything wrong.
we communicate through his wife. It's
Yeah,
all
Pamela,
fine.
we love her.
But I also like I'm a 20-year-old girl. I can't have a grown man like stepping to me in my house. That is scary.
Yeah, and
It was
so
scary.
we like hashed
Yeah,
it out with
that's
him.
insane. I mean, honestly, I've never met our landlords.
Really?
I mean, I've lived in the same place for 2 years. I don't think the landlord ever stepped foot in our house. I think, but honestly, like you guys have like a nice place. Like this is a nice place. Our place, I think that our landlord is pissed off at us because we're on a lease that this lease has been just re-signed and re-signed for the past like 20 years. So we're paying the rates of like 20 years ago, and they just want us to get the hell out of there. Like they don't want to help us with shit. Our in our kitchen, we don't have one of our windows. It's just like cardboard and a towel
I've never noticed
is
that.
one of our windows. There's a lot of things going on with our. I mean, for a good 2 weeks at the end of the semester, last semester, we didn't have hot water.
Is that wait? So the fact that you're
We
living in your basement, the
our
landlord doesn't
heat
know?
doesn't work. Like our heat, like upstairs in the living room and dining room kitchen, it's 56 degrees in
Yeah.
there. It's been set to 72 for the past. Well, since we've needed heat, it's been set to 72. Our heaters don't work, and
That's
so like
terrible.
our house is just slowly falling apart. And our landlords really don't give a fuck because they're like, these guys are paying $400 a month for rent. I'm not giving them shit.
Wait, so
we
do
want
your
them out of there.
do your landlords know that you live in the basement?
They do not. No.
So they
I
just
mean,
don't know
but
you
the
exist there.
the maintenance people. I mean, actually, they have to. They have to know like some reason because I pay the electric bill.
yeah.
I'm the only person that pays the electric
Oh,
bill.
really?
That's my rent. I don't pay rent.
Oh.
I just pay the
So
electric
that's
bill
like, it's
and
like
then
a
other
difference.
utilities.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I pay like it all rounds out to like 350 a month maybe. But like the maintenance people that come over to my house.
We pay a lot more than that.
Oh, I'm sure. And like we have prime time. We have. Uh,
We pay a lot. We pay a lot.
15.
But like to be fair, our utilities.
But no, this is a
no,
nice
no.
spot though.
To
You have
be
your own
fair-
room.
To be fair, our utilities are included. He like
Everything's
clears
included.
snow. And,
Oh, like
our
the utility? You don't have to pay
we don't
utilities or
pay any
anything?
of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's
all
yeah, it
good,
makes
except
sense.
our landlord doesn't like us, so
The
he
f-
doesn't do it.
And
The
we
fact that
are
your
paying
landlord even
1,200
comes
more a
in
month than
here
you.
like is crazy to me. Like people won't walk into our house unless we're there. Like they'll knock, and if we're not there, they'll just turn around and just go back to whatever they were doing. But like for a while, we didn't have hot water, and we were like, we need you guys to fix our water heater. Like we just got a new water heater last year too. And we're like, what the hell is going on? And it took 2 weeks for them to be able to come in because they would like knock and none of us would be awake or none of us would be there, or they knock and I just didn't
What
hear
time
them.
would you not be awake? What time do you guys wake up in this household?
What time do we wake? I mean, it varies.
Because we wake up around 8 or 9 a.m. around this place.
That is just not at all the consensus for my house.
No,
I
like
would say.
I think Claire, me and Claire wake up the earliest. Lily, last semester, Lily will wake up at 5:30.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
Five,
like
sorry,
for
5.
me personally, it varies. I could wake up at 5. Like no, this week is so perfect. For example, so like Monday, Wednesday, I woke up at like 4:30 to 5, and like I woke up, did my schoolwork that was due that morning. Tuesday, Thursday, I didn't wake up till at least noon, and then
Wait, why
today
do you wake up early?
I no reason. It's just like
What?
I
You just
have
wake
class.
up at 4:30 just because?
Well, Monday I woke up at 4:30 and I was just like, "Oh, I might as well just get up now." And then I just got up and then did some schoolwork in the morning, then I
What
went
time do you go to sleep? Because that you need
midnight.
Your sleep. You need your sleep. 8 hours of sleep is crucial.
I can't but 8 hours of sleep is too much for me. I need like
no,
6.
No,
6
me personally,
to 7.
I'm becoming
6,
I'm
7.
becoming a certified personal trainer this summer. 6, 7. You need 8 hours of sleep minimum, maybe 7.
7.
But
7's like my best.
no, you need to aim
But I'm
for what? Okay,
I'm
in
slowly
this household, we make sure you get.
Wait, I'm also kind of confused. So, like, most people wake up at 4:30. They're up for a little bit. They go on their phone, then they fall back asleep. You just
Okay. I don't
Who wakes up at 4:30?
If you have a nightmare and you wake up in the middle of the night, you go on your.
Lily did have a nightmare last night.
No, honestly, like when I wake up that early though, like when I wake up from around 4:30 to 6, if I wake up in that kind of window, I have a completely different day than I do if I wake up at like 9, 8, 9, 10, 11. Because when I wake up that early, I feel like, "Oh, I need to attack the day." And then I don't get on my phone in the morning. I get on my computer, I get all my stuff done in the morning, and then I'll like go to the gym. Like Monday, Wednesday I went to the gym in the morning before
You
class.
go to the gym?
Very like 3 times a week.
Have you ever been with Jeff? Oh, she saw you and Jeffrey. I see Jeffrey.
Oh yeah, we did. No, I did.
you
Yeah,
did.
saying
You
playing
play
ping pong. Yeah,
I see Jeffrey at the gym all the time. I never see you with him.
because I go at different times. Like I don't go with Jeff. I used to go with Jeff at the beginning of the semester, but I don't go with him
No,
anymore.
because
I
I'm
go in
there
the
every
morning.
day.
I go in the morning though. I go in the morning. I
Like
can't.
what time?
Usually before 9. Before anytime before 9.
Why would you do that?
Because
yourself?
then I like to shower in the gym. I mean, I like to shower in the locker
Ew.
rooms.
You use the locker room showers?
Yeah,
That's grimy as fuck.
it's not. It's not at
No,
all.
those showers are disgusting.
I mean, maybe in the
I've
women's.
seen those showers.
Maybe in the women's, but in the
No,
men's, not
no,
many guys
no.
do it.
No, because no one does it because those showers are grimy.
I think they're actually quite nice. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, wait. So when you wake up at 4:30 in the morning, you have a productive morning, right? But like you don't feel like groggy or like tired during the day.
No, those are the days where I feel most energized. Is when I
Really?
have less sleep and well, also if I wake up at 4:30 or like, I mean 4:30 is like it's like crazy.
That's crazy.
Let's just say 5:30, an hour later. That's more
More reasonable. Still a
reasonable.
little crazy.
If I wake up at that time, then I usually I have 2 cups of coffee in me by 9. So like I'm energized. I'm ready to go.
Right.
And once I have a little bit of coffee in me, it gets a little wicked. Like I drink my coffee black, so I I I'm on go after that.
Do you go to bed like earlier?
No, not at all. I'll wake up. I really do try to get to bed early. I really do try, but there's something about my body like it just doesn't want to go to bed. But I also really love waking up early.
Yeah.
I really love waking up early, so I'll sacrifice a little bit of sleep for to wake up a little bit earlier than.
Yeah. No, I feel that. My classes this semester are all at 9 a.m. every day, so it's like
See, now that's a bang.
I have my schedule set, and it's like I wake up and I do feel pretty productive. But like when I was waking up last semester, I was waking up at 5 a.m. like I don't know, a couple days a week because I would nanny in the morning,
Oh, that's interesting.
and I would go nanny, and then I would come home and go back to bed because like I did not feel real. It was like it was
Yeah,
not getting enough
I feel like
sleep.
there's something different though about it just makes me feel really good about myself. Like when so Monday, Wednesday, Friday are like my busy class days, and my first class isn't till 10:10. But if I can wake up, get all my schoolwork done for that day, and then go to the gym, shower, and I do all of that before class. And then I go into that 10:10 class, and I get to like look around and see kids like that are just waking up, like little, and they're visibly groggy. Visibly, they woke up less than 30 minutes ago. It's kind of cool to look at them and be like, oh, like I beat you today. That's kind of fun.
I'm about to call you out. Because why was my toilet seat up?
I'm not going to lie. It was up when I went in there.
No.
I swear to God, I will not lie.
Because that
I-
toilet seat was.
I will not lie. I swear to God. I can't.
Okay.
I'm not.
Let's discuss this
Yeah,
because
why not?
I went to the bathroom
Yes,
right before Kadris.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure
I swear. I
that
shit
I
you not.
do not have
Nah, you wanna know what's so
your
You want to know what's so hilarious?
What?
I walked in there. I looked at the toilet seat and I saw it was up, and I was like,
That is the
that's
biggest
weird.
Swear on everything you love right now.
I put it on
I will.
everything I love. I put it on everything I love.
Kadris,
I
that is
swear.
Oh my god!
I
Oh my
swear.
God,
I
Oh my
walked.
god!
No,
oh my
I
God.
remember. I remember
Oh my God.
cognitively thinking. I looked
This
at the toilet
is
seat.
the craziest
I said,
thing I've ever heard in my
I'm
whole
thinking
entire
of.
life.
I'm like, why is the toilet seat up? I feel like there's all girls in here. And then I went to the bathroom. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a gentleman at heart, and I always put the toilet seat down. But it was up when I went in there, and I was just like, if that's what they do
That
here,
is
then that's what they do.
That is the biggest lie
That's
I've
not it.
ever
I-
heard.
I know.
That
I'm
is
somebody that would be accountable.
insane. That
I
is
would be accountable.
insane.
Yes, I didn't put the
Have
toilet
I
seat
ever
down,
left the
but I
toilet seat
didn't
up?
put
Me
the
and Lily
toilet
shared
seat
the-
down
I would
because
just
it
like
was
to
up
say-
when I went in there.
Izzy does not have the parts to be lifting up the toilet seat. Lily
Well,
has
clearly,
wait,
clearly,
Lily
I'm
and-
not
Lily,
saying that.
Lily and Izzy share a bathroom. Has Izzy ever left the toilet?
No,
All right.
thinking that there's a ghost because I had
No.
a nightmare last night.
All right. I'm not
We
even
do have a
gonna.
ghost in our house. It closes the doors all the time.
I'm not even gonna. See, look, I walked in there and I was like, oh, that just must be a thing that they do.
We
I
did not.
I did think about it. I thought about it. I went to the bathroom, I flushed the toilet, and I was like, should I put this down? I was like, no, it's up when I got in here.
What do
Why?
you think? What do you think we do?
I
What
don't
is
know.
this?
I don't know. I don't like I don't know. I just walked in there. It was up when I walked in there, so I didn't put it
Well,
down because I was
okay.
like, oh, they must have have it
okay,
up for
I'm
a
gonna switch
reason.
The topic because this is absolutely insane. Oh wait, hold on.
We have a great topic to switch to. And we'll see if Kydris answers truthfully.
Let's see if I
So, multiple
Answer.
times.
He had to pick up his grape juice.
multiple times, Idris has asked me to go on a date with him. And let's see. Oh,
Good friends and good times and good talk.
And see, actually, before I let her get into this, I'm not deflecting. I'm just gonna say. Actually, no, I'm not gonna say anything. I'll let you go. I'll just let you go. I'll let you go. Go ahead.
I said yes to going on a date with Idris multiple times, actually.
Yeah.
He asked me sophomore year, and I was just getting into a relationship. So I unfortunately turned him down.
Right.
This year, actually, he's asked me twice now. The first time he ghosted me. So what was that about?
All right. I feel like that was a very direct.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
There's no context though. Like I feel like.
But you want me to read
All
the
right.
text you sent me?
No. Let's not
Okay.
do that. I'm gonna. Okay, so most viewers. All right, so what was the question again? I'm sorry.
Why did you ghost me the second time you asked me to go on a date with you?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That's not
You don't have to share all the details.
No. I'm gonna say no. Are you Lily? Do you want to be our marriage counselor?
How did
Be
you
our-
feel
be our-
about that, Clara? How did you feel about the
Okay.
ghosting?
No,
My
not,
mom was actually very disappointed in you.
wait. Mom. Okay,
Because my mom's my best friend. I tell her everything.
that's good.
Ever since my parents got divorced, my mom's my ride or die.
It's nice.
So she knows about Idris. She thought you were very handsome, but she's very disappointed in you.
Idris, how do you feel about that handsome comment?
It's to be expected, but no. Honestly, that has everything to do with me and my problems and nothing to do with you. Honestly, I mean, most of the viewers of this podcast know that I have a certain a certain past with just relationships in general. Through I think what it is mostly the relationship with my mom carries over with the relationship that I have with most women in my life. And so this podcast turned very serious very quickly, but I've had very, let's just say, interesting experiences throughout my relationship kind of life.
Yeah, from what I've heard, you've had some interesting ex-girlfriends, to say the least.
I mean, and even to say ex-girlfriends is a stretch for me, honestly. I wouldn't say ex-girlfriends. I would say more past relationships, we'll say.
Okay. But what about the third time you asked me on a date and you didn't show?
I mean, I'm not really gonna speak to that on here. I feel like that's more of like a closed doors conversation. But I will say that again, I have a very interesting, very different way of thinking when it comes to that whole part of my life. I'll just say.
I would just like the podcast to know I hold no hard feelings. We're obviously still friends. I'm the one
I mean,
who
we're here
texted
doing
him.
this.
Yeah, I'm the one who texted him and asked him if he wanted to do the podcast tonight. We're still friends. We're chilling. Don't worry.
I mean, yeah, everybody that pretty much watches the podcast knows that I'm a little bit of Actually, I'm not even gonna. I'm not. Nope,
Expose yourself.
not at all. But yeah, I mean, it's an interesting topic to bring up, and
I told him
Um,
I was going to bring it up before this podcast. I hope
and
everybody knows.
and I said that it's free game,
It's
free
his
game,
fault.
and like I said, first thing I said was has everything to do with me and my problems, nothing to do with you. Um, and yeah, so that's all I gotta say on that for the moment.
Yeah. Fun fact: Izzy actually cornered him in the. Yeah, she had a little talk.
So me and Kydrees were both very
Let's just
we
say
were having a good
we were
time.
yes,
We were
yes,
having a good time.
yes.
Yes. We had a little get together at his house, and obviously the Jingtown legend,
Jeffrey Staples.
Mr. Jeffrey Staples, of course. We had a great get together at his house, and I did end up cornering him, and I forgot about it. And then yeah, I remembered. Yeah, that was a good time. I don't really recall
Remember
what I
what?
said. But we had such a good time.
We had a good conversation.
Yeah.
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 We had a good,
Yeah.
very in depth. See, I have a tendency when I am having a good time to share a little bit too much. Sometimes it's a part of my nature, but Izzy came up, asked me a question, and I couldn't.
I just have a quick question though.
Do I want to answer it on here?
I
Okay.
just want to know. Do you remember my cousin coming up to you
Oh yes, I do
and
remember
asking
this.
you what you were doing with me?
Well, no,
just
it
to
wasn't.
preface this, my cousin came for the UCLA game. He goes to UCLA, and he went up to Kydrees because I told him all the details.
Yeah, so no, really what I remember from that was so it was at a tailgate. And I think the first time that I saw you guys, like I was at the tailgate all morning, excuse me,
Nasty.
and I was at the all right. I said excuse me. I was at the tailgate all morning, and then I ended up like going to the bathroom or something, and then I saw you guys like in front of the porta potty, and you had like went in to a porta potty, and then your cousin was outside, and then he like dabbed me up. He's like, "Yo, I'm Claire's cousin." I'm like, "Yo, what's going on?" Mind you, at this point, I'm having a good time.
To be fair, I don't. Let me just preface that.
See, I didn't know that.
He's a little. No. I love him. Don't get me wrong. I love him.
Yeah, he might be watching this.
He won't watch.
Not
this.
at all.
I love him. Don't get me wrong. He's just a little strange.
I could see that. But so you're in the porta potty, whatever, and then I'm like, "Yo, what's going on?" Like, whatever. Nice to meet you. And he goes, "Nah, it's nice to meet you too, but I might have to kick your ass."
I do remember that.
Well, and then I kind of like looked at him like, yeah, like I'm so scared.
I'm the
but-
baby of the family. That's why.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. I was kind of like, I mean, I'm like very frightened, and I'm like, I understand where you're coming from. I know that I didn't handle anything well.
Yeah, we know.
Let's just say well. But it was whatever. But then after that, I was just like, not fucking talking to him anymore.
He's
I'm definitely not gonna ask him to take a shot.
I would say after he left, I drove him to Harrisburg. I spent 2 hours driving him to Harrisburg, and that was a very interesting car ride. This is a
I
cousin.
feel like we were like texting of some sort during that time.
I text you and talk or whatever, but he's very
Right.
interesting. He's my
Right.
mom's cousin's son, so he's not like close family.
Oh, so he's like a second or third cousin.
Yeah, and so it was I was caught off guard when he said he wanted to come to the UCLA game. His brother played for UCLA.
Oh,
So we're a
makes
big
sense.
football family. My other cousin played for LSU. Like we're a big football family.
Oh, sweet.
So he was like, "I'll come for the game," and I was like, "All right, I've never hung out with you in my entire life, but you can come." And it was interesting.
I'm sure. I mean, honestly, the football games for me, I personally don't care about football.
I don't remember a lot of them.
I personally
Go
do not.
Birds.
I mean, no,
Super
don't get me wrong.
Bowl world.
Fuck Go- the
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
No, I'm with
All
you. I'm with you.
day.
Go Birds.
All
I'm a
day.
Cowboys fan, and I'll say Go Birds.
Champions. World champions.
All right.
Fly.
Cowgirls. Cowgirls.
Fly. Oh yeah, cowgirls.
Did you guys not watch my
Eagles,
episode
fly.
with Jeff where I have a
Really? Fly.
Eagles fly
Fly on the road to victory. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly. On the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles.
Go
And-
Birds!
Well, and like I said,
Go
on that,
Rams!
like-
Go Rams, baby! Go Rams!
like I said on that last podcast, I mean, being a fan of the Eagles since February of 2025, you guys really don't know how much that Super Bowl really means to me.
Not a real fan.
What do you mean? I was in Philadelphia.
How are you gonna join when we win the Super Bowl?
What are you talking about?
How are you gonna? I watched the podcast and I was surprised that Jeffrey didn't check you on that.
He doesn't
And
have,
I am disappointed in Mr. Jeffrey.
well,
Siegels
he
for not
doesn't
checking
have
you on
like
that.
the cognitive quickness to
All right, well,
understand.
I do. So how are you gonna? Well, I love Jeff. Don't get me wrong, but how can you be an Eagles fan when we win the Super Bowl?
Because you guys won the fucking
No,
Super
no,
Bowl.
no, no,
And I
no,
was
no,
in
no, no,
Philly
no, no.
doing
You
it.
can't. No, that's not how it works.
Go Birds.
Yeah, go Birds, but like.
You're not disagreeing with what I'm saying,
I'm
but you're
not, but,
disagreeing
like,
with
You're a fake fan. You
how
don't
is
even
how am
like
I
the
fake?
Eagles.
I was in Philly for the Super Bowl.
You
I
only
watched the
started
Super
watching
Bowl.
them when we were in the Super
I
Bowl.
only start watching football every single year
Why
during
are
the
you
Super
a
Bowl.
Why are you a Cowboys fan?
Because my dad's a Cowboys fan.
Wait, what?
Because my dad's a Cowboys fan. It's literally the only reason.
But you
why.
live in Pennsylvania.
Where's your dad from?
Newark, New Jersey.
Why the fuck is he a Cowboys?
I have
Because
no
even as a
clue.
Rams fan, I hate the Cowboys.
No clue. I have no clue.
Everyone hates the Cowboys.
I know one person on the Cowboys, and that's Dak Prescott. Actually, no, and
Did
Micah
you
Parsons.
know? He was at the
Dak Prescott was at the den.
den.
Micah Parsons
Yeah,
was
Micah
at the
Parsons
den.
was at the den. One of our friends got a picture with him behind the bar.
That is.
It was
actually
really funny
hilarious.
because we were like, "Why is this?"
I mean, and
old man
he
hanging out with a bunch of
is-
18-year-olds.
I mean, and the den is a whole nother animal in itself.
I
Do you have you gone a lot this
I
year?
hate the den.
because nobody will go with me. But
We've only gone twice. No, me and Clara have gone twice this year. Izzy's gone once. Lily's gone once because we got behind the DJ booth.
I only went once this year, and I was like, I can see why I did it the last 2 years, but I probably won't do it again.
you have to make it fun. Like you. Can,
Yeah,
you can make
it's
it
all in what you
fun,
make
and
it.
then it's
The
good.
most fun I've ever had at the den is when I go alone.
No, we brought a.
That's
we
and that's a
no,
crazy shout,
Yeah, alone.
but it's the most true thing I've ever said in my
no,
life.
We brought a
I-
mic. We brought a mic to the den the last time we went. We had the time of our lives. We interviewed everyone at the den.
And we were behind.
There's
the
some
DJ booth. It
characters.
was a fun night. Like you have to just make it fun. You have to go in
Yes.
with an open mind, and
That's
you
why
can
I
make
like
it
going
fun.
alone, because it forces like you have. If you want to have any fun, you have to meet people,
Yeah.
and so like it forces me.
Who are you meeting at the den? Let's
Everybody.
be honest.
Everybody.
What people
I've
are
met-
you meeting at the den?
I've met so many people. I mean, I am not at all vertically challenged,
Vertically. Oh,
and I'm also not. I would say. I mean, I don't like the. I don't want to like toot my own horn, but I am a. I'm not ugly, right? So like, it's easy for me.
he's boosting his own ego right now.
If that's how you want to take it, that's fine. But I feel like it's easier for me than most people to like just like go up to people and make friends.
That's like me saying I'm a light skin, so I can go up and make friends with guys. That's the equivalent that you just stated.
I mean, I'm just saying, I like for some reason people want to talk to me for whatever reason that is. I don't know.
That's probably because you cut your dreads off because they were nappy.
No, I'm saying I haven't been to the den since I cut my dreads off. So I had them every single time I did go to the den.
That just completely switched my. Well, never mind. Whatever. Why did you cut your dreads off?
I would just like to say I called him out for his dreads when he asked me on a date. I would just like to point that out because my aunt does hair. She would have retwisted his dreads for him.
Yeah, and I didn't do a great job at taking care of them. I didn't do a
How-
bad job at taking care of them, but I didn't do a great job.
How long? Because
Either.
your dreads were long. How
They were
long
f-
were you growing them?
They
for?
were like, I grew them out for 4 years, and they were like 15 and a half inches by the
Yeah,
end.
they
Like
were
when I
long.
cut them off, they were 15 and a half inches.
No,
yeah.
I feel like they were.
They were down.
Yeah, I was
here.
gonna say. I feel like they were.
They were like
yeah,
down,
they were
like
down
all the
there.
way down, almost
Yeah.
touching my nips.
What?
It's
Why
kinda
did you
crazy.
cut them off?
Because they were way too fucking long.
Oh.
Well, and also like I felt like they were holding so much of my past, like the past 4 years, that it was just time for something new.
Well, so what is your?
What is this now?
No,
It's like
well,
kind of
Clara
my
brought up
hair
your
kind of looks like the
ex-girlfriends earlier,
microphone.
and I'm confused. Who have you talked? I haven't heard.
I like to keep
Like,
my business to
well,
myself.
you can keep it to yourself. But what is your current?
My current what?
What is your?
What do you mean?
I would just like to say I like the dreads more. I usually don't like
That's fine.
redheads.
It's fine.
You look good with dreads.
I
But
agree.
I also agree with Izzy. What's going on?
Like, what do you mean? What's going on?
Your Valentine's Day episode, you said you were all alone. What's going on?
What do you mean? What do you
What's
mean?
his status?
We're all curious.
What's your current
As
relationship
the
status?
girls in your life who want to know everything, we want to know. We're not.
I'm
gonna be
single.
No, but who are you talking
Are you
to?
on Tinder, Hinge, any dating app? Where
Where
can
can
the
the
women
viewers
watching
find
you?
you?
I mean, you can find me every Sunday at noon.
No,
on
no.
Spotify, YouTube, Instagram at the Kite Drews Brooks podcast. You can also find me on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. on Spotify, YouTube, and the rest of that. Also, my Instagram. You can find me there.
Ladies, he is single and looking.
Yeah, so ready to mingle. No, honestly,
What's going on?
nothing in my life is going on. Absolutely
Don't lie to
nothing.
us.
Why was there some hesitation? Are you feeling nervous?
I'm not nervous. It takes a lot to really like make me nervous, but I would say my relationship status, I'm single. And
Who are you talking to?
I'll talk to anybody. I talk to my grandmother. I talk to my mom.
No.
I talk to God a lot lately.
What women who aren't related to you do you talk to?
I mean, yeah, there's this one girl, Jessica Washington. Shout out to you. I like to talk to her about my faith and stuff. There's outside of that, my aunt Nicole. She's nice to talk to sometimes.
Ooh, he got some girls.
Other than that, though, like really, not many, not anybody really.
My boyfriend is in Phoenix.
Sweet, that's a cool town.
I
That's a
just
cool
had
city.
to mention that. Since you were talking about your relationship, I of course had to mention mine. Yeah, shout out to my man. Good guy.
Great guy.
Yeah.
Great guy. That's the boy. That is the boy. But no, like yeah, I'm really trying to get closer to God. That's the only.
I definitely feel you on that. Are you like identifying with the religion? Like,
I'm
or
a
are you
Christian.
just doing okay?
I'm a Christian.
Period.
That's what
Right.
I say. I'm a Christian. I don't really know like what the subset to that is. I mean, like I grew up as a Methodist, but I mean, I really
Yeah.
don't know what the subset means. I'm just trying to grow my
Yeah.
relationship with
I
God.
grew
That's
up
it.
in a very like my mom's Catholic, my dad's Jewish. So
All
it
right.
was very blended. Like
Makes
I went to a
sense, yeah.
Catholic preschool,
Yeah.
but I also went to Hebrew school.
Yeah.
Like it was very weird. But no,
Did
I
you?
support
But I don't
your-
understand. Like, Did you think it was something different? You think like
No, I always celebrated Hanukkah, Christmas.
no, no,
like,
no, no. I'm
sorry.
saying. Oh no. Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
No. That's all. Like, I always like I didn't really like. I just thought that was normal for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But
But I'm asking you, like, you asked the question of like, did you think something? Did you think that I was like in a relationship or something?
When?
What do you mean when?
Like right now?
I mean, y'all all just asked me like,
No,
what
we
my?
were just seeing who you were talking to. We're just curious. We want to
Nah,
be,
it's so
we're
funny
your
though,
girls
because
we want to hype you up to whatever girl you want
nah,
to be with.
it's so funny because me and Jeff, like, we got this like kind of like running joke in our house that Jeff's the anchor of the house and I'm like a statue.
What do you mean
Jeff's
by
the
that?
anchor because he's prevent. All right,
What do you
I'm
mean
not
by
gonna.
that?
I'm not
6,
gonna.
7.
All right. Well, I'll just say this. It's just like a running joke. Like I'd be like, "Oh, Jeff, you're the anchor. Like you're the one holding us all down from having any motion." And
Wait.
and then also,
wait. Okay, so I was really hoping that you guys. Okay,
what?
all right. I'm just gonna say I was really hoping you guys would talk about Jeff's love life on the
No,
podcast, but you didn't. Is there any
Please talk about
motion?
Jeff's love
Is
life.
there any motion?
that's not my business.
All right.
None of my business.
All right. I'll have to converse with him. Jeffrey, we gotta talk about that.
I just have a quick question. Would Jeff be mad if I said what I'm about to say?
I don't know what you're about to say.
So,
Other than Jeff's a great looking young man,
freshman year,
and
wait, you have to cut this out. You have to cut this out if I say something that might offend you.
well, if you think it might offend him, I just wouldn't say because I really don't like to cut things out of this.
Okay, I won't say it. I love Jeffrey with all my heart. He's such a sweetheart. But he told Tim something freshman year that I know. Let me say this. Stop it.
We love Jeffrey and Tim. Tim's also a great guy. We
Tim
watched
is
the
one of
Super
the
Bowl.
funniest fucking people.
You guys were talking about the Super Bowl. I saw. Did you guys have a good? Wait, how was your experience
I mean,
down in our
so
mine and Lily's great city
I
of
went.
Philadelphia?
I went to Drexel with Hogue
Okay.
and like
yeah.
all those guys, and Jeffrey stayed at his dad's. Jeffrey and Austin stayed at his dad's.
Oh, okay.
So like
I thought he
went
went
down to
with you
Drexel with
guys.
all. No, he didn't go downtown until they already won the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
So I was like down there with all of Jeff's friends, and that was a fucking time. Like that was so much fun. I mean, like there were. I forget the name of the frat. I think it was like Lambda,
Lambda.
and then like a sorority came over, and like that was fun. We watched half the game in like the big great room, and the other half up in the room, and whatever. Had some beers, had a good time.
Yeah,
It was fun.
good.
And then
Yeah.
fourth quarter came around. We were up by a lot. We're like, let's go to
We
City
already
Hall.
won that bitch. We knew that.
And then
I knew from the
I mean,
beginning.
from the point of the time like when I knew like, oh, we just won the Super Bowl.
Fucking super.
And then
Yeah.
like I was here, then it was just we were on go, and then went down. Just a great time.
Yeah,
great
such
time
a good
through
time.
and through. And it's probably gonna be a Super Bowl that I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Yeah, and I would like to say, I hope we can pull this video up next year. I think we're gonna win next year too. I think we have the most powerful team in
I mean,
all
the
of
defense,
the NFL.
defense,
Defense
is
and
just-
offense.
Yeah, I mean,
all
in
of
our
it.
offense, yeah,
And we
it's
were
an all-around
so
good ball team.
smart the way that we moved Saquon Barkley in the Super Bowl. I think
Yes.
because they knew that the other team was gonna attack him the whole entire time.
I agree.
It
Yes.
sucks that he didn't score one
Yeah, well,
touchdown.
they
But
thought
yeah.
that the entire offense was Saquon, and Jalen Hurts
Yeah,
really stepped up.
That's what I'm saying.
Jalen Hurts
like,
really stepped up
yeah,
and
I
showed
think that
that
it was
I
like
am
they knew that.
I am a top 3 quarterback
Yeah,
in the
I
league,
agree.
and
Yeah.
I think he is now. But I will allow you guys to continue to talk. I do have to use the restroom.
Okay. Well, anyways.
Okay, so I had a nightmare last night.
No. So we're taking over Kydree's podcast. Anywho, we should play a fun game.
We can play Truth or Dare
All right,
while
we're
he's going
playing
potty.
Truth or Dare.
Let's hope he doesn't leave
Truth
the
or
toilet
Dare
seat up this
segment.
time.
Da, 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 da. Oh yeah. Back to that.
Izzy, Truth or Dare?
Uh, Truth.
If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Right now,
Yeah, right now.
right now, I would go. Right now, I would go to like Aruba. or
Why?
Mex-
I've been to Aruba.
I need to be in the sun.
No, it's
I'm
I'm pale.
cold.
Guys, would you think I was black? Because I don't think I'm black anymore.
It
It's
is
gone.
cold. It's cold.
It's cold.
It's
The sun is
negative
gone.
5 degrees.
I'll
It's
check
really
the weather
terrible.
right now. I don't know why Kydree's left us in charge of this podcast. He shouldn't.
I think we should ask Hydri some questions when he comes back.
Truth or dare questions or just regular
Just questions. I'll think
Okay.
Guys, it's 18 degrees right now,
18.
and it feels
Oh wait,
like
what's that one TikTok? Weather boy.
6, 7. Sorry.
No.
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
that.
My
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
Yeah.
my
Lily knows
weather
it.
app isn't saying what the temperature feel like is, but I'm pretty sure it probably feels like it's freaking cold.
Well, yeah. Thanks for watching us, guys. I really appreciate it. Get Kydree's views up. Post it
Yeah, no,
everywhere.
We listen
Share
to
with
his
your family
podcast
member.
every Sunday. He doesn't know.
Yes.
We
I
listen
know, he
every
doesn't know
Sunday.
that, but he probably does.
We're pretty active. I mean,
Not
as much
every
as we
Sunday,
can.
but I
When
do
he comes
agree.
out of the bathroom, I'm going back to the bathroom.
Oh, he's back.
So, Hydri, we would like to ask you some questions.
Okay, please do. I'm willing to answer anything. What's going on?
So Kydris, earlier today you mentioned that you switched your major this year, and I
I
would
did.
just like to ask, what you switched your major to, and why a sudden change.
So what was it?
Okay, so I switched.
How old are you? 20?
I'm 20 years old. Yeah, I'm
Just
a young
had to
boy.
make
20?
Yeah,
I'm 22.
June 4th.
June. I'm June 11th.
Really?
Oh my gosh!
Gemini
Wait,
twin.
and Kydris is 7 days older than me. Oh my gosh! Oh wait,
Sweet.
a whole week early.
Dang, a week. Yeah, it's
Oh
a solidly
gosh.
week. But so I mean, I changed out of the program into the communications college, and I'm in advertisement and public relations now. I guess I could say that I did it so that I could get better internship experience this summer.
What do you want to do when you graduate?
Not use my. I mean, I already kind of know what I'm gonna do when I graduate. And that's probably work for one of my mentors for a couple years just to make some money out of college, and then I hope to like start my own business in like the 5 years out of school.
What would you like to start?
I don't know if it's like it's something to do with finance, tech, and education.
Okay.
And I don't know. I don't want to delve into too many details on here, but
I have some business
Um,
ideas myself.
I I I just think that I've always been like very entrepreneurial, and I've always wanted to have like my own thing when I get older, and also I've met enough people through the golf program, and the reason why I switched out of it was because I went into my first year of college going into golf knowing that I wasn't going to be a a golf professional. I used it as a means to be able to work at these really nice golf courses and meet the members that work at these golf courses. So like growing my network was really the number one priority throughout being in the golf thing. Um, so in the past 2 years, I did get to do that, and I just thought it'd be necessary now to get a more broad degree, and then also be able to have more valuable work experience going into senior year and after like I graduate.
Okay.
So
Did you have like an epiphany about this like
no,
major
I
change,
always
or
I
this was a
always knew
plan?
I always knew I didn't want to I wasn't going to graduate
Oh,
through the golf
so
program.
you knew you were
I
going to change majors
knew
from
I
the
was going to
beginning.
switch into something, or if I would have got the golf degree, I was like I'm going to grad school. I think either way, I'm going to grad school, but now I have an opportunity to go this summer and work in an industry that isn't golf.
So with like the finance, all of that
Yeah.
communication, like what like business would you like to open? Like would it be regarding
So,
wait, I'm sorry, I
no,
completely forgot that you said that.
it's um
You can give me a general like golf or would it be
no,
like
it has nothing to do with
okay.
absolutely
Okay.
nothing to do with
Nothing.
golf.
Okay.
Could be a part of it.
Okay.
Could be a part of
Very
it,
cool idea.
but it's more like a similar to a hedge fund.
Ah, okay.
If a hedge fund and university had a baby, let's just say that.
Okay. Okay.
Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I ultimately want to open my own practice for like mental health counseling.
And I think that that's like um super important,
Yeah, it's
especially like
needed.
for the next 30, 40, 50
Yeah,
years. I
definitely.
think what we'll see more of, especially like with the constant state of technology and change, I think we're all gonna have to like specialize in something and practice out of our own kind of
Yeah.
practice. And like I
Yeah.
feel like you're a good enough people person to understand like who you want to work around
Yeah.
and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
kind of like what Lily was saying earlier, like why she wanted to go into psych. Like I'm definitely like I'm a very empathetic person. I've just always been very interested in it.
you're pretty down to
I
earth too,
think
easy to
yeah,
talk
I
to.
think that like mental health is a very big thing.
Oh, I did want to
It's
talk
rough.
about this.
Yeah.
So yesterday I went to.
How long have we been
Yesterday,
going for like
hour and 15 minutes almost. But um, yesterday I went to an event here at Penn State, and it was about. It's called "Brother, I'm with you," or "Brother, I'm thinking about you." It's about black men, mental health in black men,
Yeah.
and the message behind the entire thing was amazing. Like, and I think it's something that we need to talk about as people, and especially as black men. But the only thing about the event was great. Don't get me wrong, but it was like clearly ran by black men.
What do you mean by
Like every stereotype that you would think of was like it didn't it made it hard for me as a black man to take the event seriously because it was
Oh.
ran so poorly.
Oh.
It was
That
just
sucks.
badly executed.
Yeah.
And like I honestly felt bad because I was like, this this is an event that has like such a powerful message
Yeah,
that I
definitely.
feel like you guys are just not preparing enough for.
Yeah.
And like you guys are hosting this event and it's all great, but your audience is losing respect for you because you don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
And so like the host of the thing really didn't know where like they were going next
Oh.
and that kind of thing. So through that, I mean, I sat through the entire thing just to see how bad it get.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And I knew the president of the club that hosted the thing, and it was in the hub and everything, and it was set up. It was very well set up, and like the pamphlet was telling you what was gonna happen. There was a panel discussion, then there was this and there was this. All great. Everything was great. Everything seemed straightforward, but in the execution of actually doing the thing, they didn't have somebody to host it that could stand on a stage and talk to everybody confidently
Yeah.
and know where they're going next. And I feel like that's so important in running an event or something like that.
I agree.
And especially something with a message that powerful.
Mm-hmm.
That it just took away from the entire reason of having the event. So like I knew the president of the club that ran it, and I like went up to him at the end. I was like, if you guys just need somebody to just host and just be like, hey, this is what we're doing
Yeah.
now, and this is what we're doing next. I'm good on stage.
Yeah.
Like I can
Yep.
talk to people. I mean, like I have public speaking experience.
Yeah.
If you need me to go there for 30 minutes for something like that, like I will do. I'll do it in a heartbeat because this is like
Yeah,
nuts.
no, definitely. I think that you especially would be a great person to go and like speak and represent everybody and get your point across a
Yeah.
1000%. Like I feel like men and especially black men are like they're just like shoved into a corner like regarding mental health.
Yes.
It sucks. Like like it's terrible. I've done studies on like especially black women regarding like labor and all of that, and it's
Mm-hmm.
terrible the way that they're treated versus other like it's
Yeah.
absolutely terrible.
And I mean, like it's something that we do need to have a conversation about, and that people should be aware of the differences that we all have. I
Yeah.
think that that's one thing that uh the whole DEI thing I think went sideways is that I feel like the message of DEI for the most part in the past 4 years is mostly like, oh, we need to treat minorities the same way that we've been treating the majority
Yeah.
for the most
Yeah.
time, and I don't think that that's the right message. I think that it's more these minority groups have different needs and different um a different background, and they have different struggles than
Yeah.
what the
Yeah.
majority does. So we need to figure out what those needs are, and how we can uplift them while also
Mhm.
upholding the rest of everybody. And I think that that's where we went completely wrong, and it was approached very sloppily by whoever,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I
because
definitely
it was more like, oh, now we're gonna hold minority above the majority,
yeah.
and we're gonna create quotas for that, and we're gonna make them feel like they're better than or whatever. And I just think that that's poor execution in the grand scheme of things, and then that leads to what we're seeing today, where the right says, you know what, all this DEI shit, get it out of here. In which I don't fully agree with that, but then also I think that it's just poor execution on both sides.
Yeah.
I think that DEI should be a something that we think about.
Yeah.
I don't think that it should be everything we think about,
Yeah.
because I'm black, and if I get a job over somebody that has 10 times better skills than me, but just because I'm black, I got the job to
I
fill a
was
quota, I think that that's
I
wrong.
was gonna say my
I think that that's
boyfriend,
very wrong.
yeah, Dylan, he's black, his mom's white, but he's black. He
Yeah,
looks
we're
black,
black.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. At the end of the day, and he says the same thing. He's like, you know what? I went to Penn State, I got a finance degree. If I just get hired because I'm black, no.
I don't like that.
Like
No,
I'm
I
gonna be
think that
pissed off.
that's
I've put in
discriminatory in
all this
itself. That's
work.
racist in itself.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
I've put in all this work. Like, yeah. No,
Yes.
I definitely, yeah, I hear you on that.
Yeah, and I just think that it's like we all have different needs and we all have different wants. And I think that even I think one thing that gets very overlooked is the differences of people within the white community too. Um, just because you're white, I feel like everybody thinks that, oh, they're fine, like, oh, they're doing all right, and everybody I think has different needs. Everybody has um different things, but now I think more than ever we're the most equal that we ever have been in terms of
Yeah,
rights.
but I also feel like our nation is the most divided.
I agree.
Like it is I just think that I don't want to get into all the pop, but like it really
No,
is
no, no,
terrible.
no.
The
I
amount
love
that our
having the
nation is
conversation. I'm
divided,
in the center. Like
I definitely agree with that.
I have conservative views. I also
I
have very
I
liberal views,
agree. I
and I
1000%
agree
agree.
with everybody on a lot of things. And I just like voting based off of um the person.
Yeah.
And I don't like everybody
No.
to the fullest. I think that
No.
if you're on the right and you say I like everything that Donald Trump says, you're a lunatic and you
Yeah.
should be fucking checked.
I agree.
But also, I think
I
that if
agree.
you're on the other side of it and you're like, Joe Biden was good enough
Yeah.
to run again,
Yeah. I
you're
agree.
also a fucking lunatic and
I
you should be
agree.
checked. I think that now more than ever, most people in our age range are kind of in the same boat as us, where we just want to vote for the best person. And we just want somebody to come up. Like, if somebody came up as an independent, made sense, had some conservative views, some liberal views, I think that they could win.
I agree.
And I think that most people in America are very centrist.
Yeah, I would say I agree with you. Like, I have both right leaning and left leaning views. I would say I'm very in the middle. Like, I 100% support like LGBTQ, all of that. Like, I definitely do. And, just right, like rights and all of that. But I also, on the other side, I support other things.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and also it's like, I think my thing is, especially when it comes to
but don't,
like the
well,
whole LGBTQ thing, my thing is like everybody's gonna be their own person.
yeah, no,
Everybody's gonna want to
none of
do their
my
thing.
business.
It's not my
None
business
of
what you
my
want to do with
business.
your life.
Do what you want. I
The
don't
only
care.
problem I have is like if it starts affecting my everyday life, then this is crazy.
I agree.
I mean, I don't
agree.
want my kid to be taught gender studies in 4th grade. They shouldn't be learning about that shit at that age. They shouldn't learn what a tranny is at the age of 6 or 7. 6, 7. But like, no, like
I
you
do agree
shouldn't.
with that.
There's certain
I don't
limits.
think kids should be taught to have like
I think
girl and boy. Like, I don't
yes,
think it should be nothing.
yes.
Nothing at all.
You shouldn't be having the
You
birds and the
shouldn't even
bees talk
know.
before you hit puberty.
Nothing. Literally.
And these kids are
Same
taking
way,
puberty
I
blockers
just
at the
I
age of like
hate
7,
because
8, 9.
I feel like the way that we grew up, like I I guess I don't like I wasn't sheltered. Like, my
No.
parents were very open with me, whatever, but also we never had that talk until like it was never that. Nowadays, anybody can do whatever the fuck they
Well,
want.
nowadays
It's insane.
these kids are like toddlers. They don't even know what to think. They don't know how to talk yet, and they're
Yeah.
watching Skibbity Toilet
I
and
know.
Briz.
I'm like, why are
like
these
hearing
little kids
about
watching TikTok and all that?
it's insane.
Yeah, I didn't have any type of electronic until I was 11,
It's
12.
insane.
Like, I've seen 5-year-olds walking around in stores with phones.
I have a nephew, and he is, I'm gonna say 5.
Yeah.
Could be 6. I have
6,
no
7?
clue. I have
know.
6. Yeah. But I have a nephew, and I love him dearly. But the kid is cooked. Like, he's in kindergarten now, and like he can talk.
But he's just on the
But
thing.
like, I
phone.
remember vividly when I was in kindergarten, I was very proud of this. Like, I mean, and I don't know if I was smarter than the average kindergarten, but I feel like I was very average, like growing up. And I remember in kindergarten, I could count to 150.
Yeah. Yeah. I could
Yeah,
do
like
my,
I could count.
spell. I could do my
I could
ABCs.
spell. I could do the
Yeah.
ABCs.
Yeah.
You show me a letter, I tell you.
Yeah.
That's why.
Mm-hmm.
He's in kindergarten now. The nigga can't talk to 30. He can't count to 30, and it's like, and then my family's like, "Oh, he's so smart." It's like, "Oh,
Clearly not.
this kid."
No. Nothing. I'm
All
sorry.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I completely forgot who we were talking about.
No.
I apologize.
No.
No. I bet he could be very smart, but that sucks.
Oh no,
that
like,
he's put,
and I'm sure that he might say
Yeah.
something that you're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know he had it in him." But no, like all my family's like, "Oh, like he reminds me of you so much." That's what they
Yeah.
say to me. He's like, "Oh, like he
Yeah.
reminds me of you when you were that age." I said, "He reminds you of me when I was 2 years younger than him."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I could count to 150, and the teacher told me actually to stop counting 'cause I
Yeah.
could count higher. And like
Aw.
I show him an H, and he says W. It's like I feel disrespected. You're like you're getting all right. I feel like we're getting a little off wobbly, and I feel like this is gonna come back on me in a negative light.
All right,
but
never mind. Switching topics.
but yeah, no. Let's just say in general, kids nowadays
Yes.
are more
too much in the phone.
too much in the phone. Like when I have kids, and like, do you guys want to have kids like younger or older, or do you want to not have kids? I want to have
Lily
kids
wants
like in the
to
next
have
10.
kids. Lily wants to have kids like next year. Well, not literally.
I want to
Like, you
have
wanna-
kids in like the next 5. Like I want to have
Yeah.
kids quick.
I want to have.
Let me just say this, and I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I would like to have. Okay, here's my whole life plan, really quick, and then I'm gonna run away. So me and Dylan get married at 26, 27. We
Damn, how long
have
have you guys been dating already?
5 years, 4
God,
years.
fuck.
We've
You
been
got to
dating
date
since
for
I was
12,
16.
like 10 years till
Well,
you guys get married? Fuck
he
that.
okay, so let me just give you this quick rundown. He technically can't get married to anybody. He is whatever until he's 27. It's a whole thing. I'm not gonna
I
explain
don't
it.
need the
But
deets.
anyways,
I don't need the deets.
I'm not giving you the. But anyways, so basically, yeah, I want to get married. 26, 27, have 3 kids by the
26?
time. By the time I'm like 32, I guess.
That's not crazy.
33. Have 3 kids by that age. 33 ish, and then
I feel like that's
Yeah.
old as shit to have your first kid though.
no, 3 kids. 3.
Oh, 3 by 33.
Yes.
My
Yes.
bad. I clearly
Yeah, no,
wasn't.
get married at 26 or 27, have 3 kids by like 33.
That's
Or
not
wait,
bad.
Does that make sense?
No, that's not a bad plan there.
Okay,
That
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, like every 1 or 2 years.
You got 6 years to have 3
yeah,
kids.
exactly. Yeah, every
Yeah.
2 years.
I want to just pump them bitches out. Honestly,
How many do you want?
I want 6 kids. At least.
I want 2 or 3, not 1 and not 4.
See, I'm one of 6.
I have a sister.
Yeah, I like that. Like I'm one of 6. And I grew up, and my mom's like always said like how hard it is to raise 6 kids, and I'm sure it is hard. I'm sure it's not easy,
Mhm.
but I want to show her that it can be done well.
Yeah.
I want to see this podcast is just slimming down.
We're down to 2.
We're down to just the 2 of us. I think. But yeah, no. You want to have 5? Why is that?
Yeah. I'm one of 4. I have 3 other siblings.
Oh,
and
gotcha.
They're all younger than me, so they're all like around the same age. They're all in like high school, middle school right now, so I kind of help raise them.
Oh, makes sense.
And I don't know, I'm just really interested in like family dynamics, and like I always wanted to have a family young.
Yeah, that's
Um,
I want to have a family young. So like, my ideal life is that like if I do when I do build all that I want to build, I want to be 40 years old and have a son that can just like, or have a son or daughter that is damn near 20, and I'm 40.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm still young.
Yeah.
And my kid is old enough to like understand what's actually going on here.
Yeah.
I
No,
feel like just having that kind of relationship with a kid is like a lot more beneficial than when I'm 60. This guy, like my son's
Yeah.
just turning 20. Like I feel like that'd be crazy.
Well, also my parents had me when they were 20, so they're kind of like the situation you just explained. I'm 20, and my parents are like in their early 40s, like 41,
Yeah.
42, and it's just that's kind of something I want, where it's like you're still young enough through your kid's life to like do stuff with them. Like I always loved having young parents, and I
Yeah.
kind of want the same thing for my kids, where it's like you have a young family and you're able to do like all this fun stuff together.
Right, yeah.
And like there's nothing that I want to do. Like it's not like I want to like travel or whatever. Like whatever people's reasoning is for having kids later on, like I never felt like that like really applied to me, or like that's
Same.
something I wanted to do. Like I've always wanted to like go to school and then like settle down, get married, have
Yeah.
kids, and like I feel like that's when I'm gonna have like the most fun in my life. Is like
Right, yeah, that's
having,
what I
like,
think, too.
babies around. Like I love like I'm a nanny and I love kids so much. I think it'd be so fun to just have like my own kids.
Yeah.
Even in like the next couple of years, I would love to have like little kids around. I think it'd be so much fun.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, and I actually I get to make the joke of like, oh, like I want to have kids young because like it doesn't matter. I'll be at work anyway. I don't have to deal with them when they're
Yeah.
newborn. Well, that's certainly not true, but it's like a fun joke that I get to say. But yeah, like I never understood the whole, oh, I want to travel
Yeah.
like when I'm young, so like I don't want to have kids now because it's like either way you're gonna be broke.
Yeah.
Either way, you're not gonna have like the money to really travel the way that you really want to.
Right.
Um, and also like, wouldn't it be cool to just save the traveling for 5 years and then experience it with your kids?
Right. And I just don't get it because I feel like you have kids because like that's so fun and so exciting. So like why push it off? I feel like it's
Right.
almost kind of like selfish.
Very selfish.
Like
Very selfish.
I don't know, maybe you shouldn't be a parent if you want to.
Right.
I don't know, not saying like if you want to wait longer or whatever, but I'm just saying like I don't think people. I think a lot of people have kids for selfish reasons for themselves. When it's like it should be like fun. It's not like it should
I
be
agree.
like, oh, this is a part of life.
Just tell her to come down here so she can be in the shop for the conclusion. Thank you. But yeah, no, I definitely want to have kids younger, and honestly, like I see it happening in like the next. But see, my thing is, I have absolutely no faith that I'm gonna find like a wife
What?
in like the next. I no, I have no faith at all. I have absolutely no, and
Well,
it's
maybe not a
weird.
wife, but it could be someone. Maybe you're not ready for
No, I'm
marriage,
sure I'll
but-
find somebody. Yeah, I
Aw.
don't even know
I
if
think
I wanna.
everything is whatever happens is going to happen.
I agree. I think God has a plan for all of us.
Yeah, I think it'll all work out, whether it's what you expect or what you not expect. But I think it'll work out for whatever's best for you.
Yeah, I think having intentions though is good.
Yeah.
Having intentions is good.
Yep. I agree.
Well, we've been on this thing for an hour and a half. This is the longest podcast I've ever had. So I think I'm gonna let's round this up. We did lose one person, but that is okay. She was the one that actually wanted to do this. So that's interesting in itself. But I appreciate you guys for being on the podcast. It was a lot of fun. It was a great conversation. I got to learn some things about you guys that I didn't know before, and I think vice versa. So that was a lot of fun.
Thank you for having
Um,
us.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us. I had a great time. It was great.
Thanks for having me. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, like always, thank you for watching and supporting the podcast. Um, these fine, lovely ladies did great, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all on Wednesday. But I will see you again then. Goodbye.
Good boy.